Imagine waking up in the corner of a cold stone room. There are no doors, no windows. The walls are completely sealed off. You blink, and suddenly, sitting right in the middle of the floor, is a perfectly constructed desk with a computer on top of it. You walk over and look at the glowing monitor. Across the screen are the words, "This desk and computer came from nothing." You don't believe it for a second. Your brain instantly rejects the idea. You know by pure instinct that complex physical objects do not spontaneously pop into existence from an absolute void. But here is the interesting part. If we naturally apply that strict, unbreakable logic to a wooden desk, we are forced to apply the exact same standard to the sudden appearance of the entire universe. Space, time, and matter are finite. They had a physical beginning. And logically, there are only 4 possible ways to explain how everything came into being. First, it came from nothing. Second, it created itself. Third, it was created by something else that was created. Or fourth, it was created by something uncreated. Let's act as an intellectual sieve. We are going to test each of these options against basic logic and see which ones survive. By systematically eliminating the impossible scenarios, whatever is left standing, no matter how strange or profound, has to be the truth of our origin. Let's look at option 1. The universe came from nothing. Basic math and philosophy tell us that 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. True nothingness cannot produce something. Yet you will often hear modern physicists claim that the universe spontaneously arose from a quantum vacuum, which they label as nothing. Theoretical physicist Dr. Lawrence Krauss has been one of the primary popularizers of this idea, suggesting that an entire cosmos can easily spring from nothing. But there is a semantic trick happening here. A quantum vacuum is not an empty void. It is a state of fleeting energy that rigidly obeys the laws of physics. It is physical stuff. True nothingness is the absolute absence of all things. No matter, no energy, and zero potential. Claiming the universe came from a quantum vacuum is just saying it came from something physical. That makes option 1 impossible. It is off the board. Moving to option 2, the premise that the universe simply created itself. To see the problem here, ask yourself, is it biologically or physically possible for a woman to give birth to herself? To create something, you have to possess power and agency. And to possess power and agency, you have to exist before the act of creation takes place. The universe cannot exist before it existed. It had no power to bring itself into being. That makes self-creation a logical impossibility. Option 2 is out. Option 3 suggests our universe was created by a prior universe, which was created by another one before that, stretching backward forever. Think of a sniper on a rooftop with a target in his sights. He is perfectly still, waiting for the exact order to fire. He radios headquarters for permission, but headquarters tells him to hold on while they ask the general. The general then has to ask the president. If that chain of command goes up an endless ladder of superiors, stretching on for infinity, that final permission is never granted. The sniper will never pull the trigger. We can apply this exact logic to the cosmos. If our universe required an endless, infinite chain of past creators to give it the spark of life, the order for our universe to begin would never have arrived. But the universe is here. We are here, which means the chain of causes cannot stretch back forever. There must be a definitive starting point. Option 3 is eliminated. By eliminating the mathematically and logically impossible, we are left with a single surviving conclusion. Option 4. To initiate the entire chain of cause and effect without being trapped inside of it, this first cause must be completely uncreated and therefore eternal. It also has to be completely distinct from what it made. When a carpenter builds a wooden chair, he does not physically become the wood. He transcends the object he shapes. And when you look at the sheer scale, complexity, and raw energy of our finite universe, that uncreated cause must possess immense power and a conscious will to choose to bring it into existence. We don't need religious dogma to reach this point. The strict logical requirements for this uncaused cause perfectly describe the fundamental attributes of a creator. Which brings us right back to that cold, dark room with the desk. Your initial instinct was entirely correct. The natural human disposition to look at a complex system and assume a designer is not a cognitive flaw. It is the most logically rigorous default position you can hold. You will encounter people who try to obscure this reality by redefining words or using linguistic tricks to claim that something can spring from absolute nothingness. But those tricks crumble under basic scrutiny. The next time someone claims the universe was a cosmic accident that popped out of nowhere, ask them to check their math. Keep questioning the impossible.